Hello again. Today we are going to tie another depth charge nymph, shrimp, bug, whatever you want to call it. This little shrimp pattern is just like my pink one that I use for the grayling. But sometimes if they're just being a bit finicky, something a little more natural looking like this Hare's Ear and Squirrel dubbing version can really be the key on some days. I'll explain everything as normal as I go along. So we'll just pop this one out of the vise like that. And now this is a size 12 and it's a partridge grub shrimp hook. And there are two 3mm tungsten beads on there. Thread is Uni 80 in camel, and I'm just going to run it through the wax. Give me a little bit grip, a little bit of grip even. There we go. And we're going to start the thread behind those two tungsten beads, and then I'm going to come down, nice neat touching turns till I'm just past where the barb is hanging. I've come quite far round there. And I'm going to tie on a little bit of gold wire for the rib. So, get the beads back up. Oh, I've just been using some craft fur. If you've watched my previous video, you'll know there's craft fur everywhere. So I'm going to poke the end of the wire into the beads, catch it with the thread, come down a little ways round the bend, that's fine, and then bring the thread up, tying in that wire to the back of the beads. And then I'm going to tie in what will be like the shell back, and I'm using UTC Opal Mirage tinsel in large. So we're just going to catch this and then try and keep it as best you can on the back of the hook, minding that hook point as you come around, because it will just slide straight through your thread. And then I'm going to come all the way back up. The reason I keep coming all the way back up and all the way back down is to keep everything even in the body. I'm going to bring the thread halfway down, and I'm going to tie in some Hare's Ear dubbing, just like that. So, like I've said before with this dubbing, it's a dubbing I make myself, and it is literally just all the fur from the ears of a hare and the mask of a hare. It's all blended together, and I do it with the coffee grinder. And it's all just put into a bag. I love this dubbing. I know I've said that loads of times. It's so natural looking. It's so easy to use. And I just catch lots of fish using it. And we're going to come up to a little ways behind the beads, maybe another bead length. So there's room to tie in our thorax, etc. Now we're going to bring the mylar, or the tinsel I should say, sorry, over the back, just like that. I'm going to come up, catch it with my thread. I'm just going to check that it's over the back. If it's not, move it, and then tighten it up and take my thread all the way to the back of the beads. Whoops. And I'm going to leave this tinsel there. Now I'm going to bring the wire around, nice straight turn at the back, and then come around with the wire. I'll come over with loose, and then I'll pull straight down, and it stops the tinsel from rolling over the hook. So come up nicely, 3 or 4 turns, catch it with the wire. Make sure you got lots of wax on the thread for grip. Wrap forward, pull the wire back, wrap back. That wire's never coming out. And then just bend and break the wire away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this mylar back on itself, making sure we're still on the top, just like that. Now I'm going to add some more dubbing for the thorax. Now this is the same dubbing as I use for the body, with added squirrel dubbing, squirrel fur, and some glister peacock, just to give a tiny little bit of a shine to it. Not much, because you've got so much shine in that shell pack that, you know, you don't need a lot. Okay, a little bit more. Wrap that up. So you've got a nice thorax on the fly. And then, like you can see on this one, I'm going to take the shell back over the first bead. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put, just check your fly, I'm going to put a little bit more dubbing on that. And then what I'm going to do is whip finish and then start again between the beads with the thread. Just going to put a little bit more dubbing on that, so that thorax is a little bit more chunky. That's fine. Brush the dubbing back, slip the thread between the bead, and then what you can do is take a little bit of varnish, put a little bit of varnish on the thread, and then whip finish behind that bead. 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough. Tighten that up, trim, wax a thread, and then start the thread again behind the front bead and in front of the second bead, so in between the two beads. Just start the thread again. Okay. Okie dokie. And now we're going to pull the thorax cover over that first bead we're going to catch. Over the second bead, sorry, and we're going to catch it. 1, 2, 3. We've waxed the thread, so we got plenty of grip. We're going to trim. And, oh, I forgot where my bin was for a second because I moved it. I've got to move my bin where I put my bin. When I'm tying, just this little bin here, it normally goes in front of me on a little magnet, which keeps it still on my desk. But I have to move it when I'm filming these to get the camera close enough. 1, 2, 3, tighten up, trim, and there we have it. And now I'm going to come in with a copper pipe cleaner. I'm going to brush some dubbing out. Just mind the mylar when you're doing that, or the tinsel. I keep calling it mylar. And then we've got lots of legs like that. Lovely. Okay, nice and leggy. Right. And now it's just a matter of putting a little bit of UV resin over the back of the mylar, just to protect it and to add a nice little shell over the back. So I'm going to start by putting some on that thorax area, and then I'm going to bring it down over the rest of it. Okay. The neater you can do this, the better the fly will look. And as I've said before, the better the fly looks, the more you'll be inclined to use it. If that fly's not 100% how you wanted it, I know I've said this before, but you'll never tie it on. So once you've got the resin where you want it, just come in with your torch, set the resin, and there we have a nice little shell on the back. I don't go overboard with it. Nice little shell on the back, lots of legs, really natural looking fly, but a fly that will literally drop really quickly in the river and get down to where those grayling are sat on the bottom. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you've liked it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.